Okay, let's take a look at these intermediate, the next level HTML assignments. So we're going to be learning about links and how to jump around the page using some of those links, and then how to create tables. So I believe I'll have 2 assignments out of all of these, these right here. So the 2 assignments, the first one will have the 3 challenges. So links for learning challenge, jump around challenge, dinner table challenge. And then there will be a whole separate project for a recipe book, just like when we did the travel page before. So let's go through some of these, kind of doing these for the first time, so hopefully I can do it on the first take. So let's begin with this video here.
You've already learned a bunch of HTML tags, but do you know what HTML actually means? Well, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. You know what a markup language is now. It's a way of using tags to mark up content. But what does hypertext mean? It's actually a phrase that was invented before the internet even existed, in the 1960s, to mean text that's connected to other text that the reader can immediately jump to. Tim Berners-Lee invented HTML and other ingredients of the internet, like HTTP, to be a way to connect text to other text located anywhere in the world. How do we connect web pages to other web pages in hypertext markup language? With a hyperlink, of course, which we usually just call a link now. How do we make a link in HTML? This is where it gets weird. You might think that we use a link tag, but actually that's used for different HTML. Instead, we use the A tag, where the A stands for anchor. It's anchoring the link in the page at a certain location and connecting that anchor to a different web page. To make a link, we have to write the tag, but we also have to decide on the text of the link and then the address that the link goes to. Let's make this link to a page with more information about the birth of the web. So the text of the link will go inside the start and the end tags. So I'll stick my cursor in here and write, read more about the history of HTML. Okay, so now we can see that text looks like a link, but it's not going anywhere yet. We need to add an address. We don't actually want the address to show up on the page, but we still need the browser to know what it is. So we put it inside an attribute on the A tag, and that's the href attribute. What does href stand for? I will give you a hint. You have seen that H a lot. It stands for hyper reference. Now I'll paste in the address, which we also call a URL. Do you notice how this URL starts with HTTP? Guess what that H stands for? Hyper. HTML is all about the hyper. This URL specifies everything the browser needs to know to find the web page, the protocol used for finding it, the domain it's on, and the path that it's located in on the server. Since it specifies everything, we call it absolute URL. On some web pages, you might see URLs that start with just slash in the path. That tells the browser to stay on the current domain and just look for a different path on that domain. That's called a relative URL. We use them all over Khan Academy when we link between our content. You should stick to absolute URLs in the web pages that you make here to stay on the safe side. We can also tell the browser where to open the page, the current window or a new window. To tell the browser to open the link in a new window, we'll add another attribute, target. Target equals _word_blank. Now, I want you to pause this talk through and try clicking the link. Go ahead. Oh wait. Clicky. What happened? You probably saw a warning about the link being from a user-generated web page. And then if you clicked OK, we treat links a little special on the web pages made here because we don't want users thinking that links are specially endorsed by Khan Academy and then landing on a scary, unexpected website. So every link that you make here will have that warning in every. That means that I could actually delete this target attribute since it's getting set behind the scenes too, or I could leave it in case I want to move this HTML off of Khan Academy one day and make sure that link still opens in a new window. When should you use target? Generally, if a link is going to another page on the same domain, it should open in the same window, and if it's going to a page on another domain, it should open a new window. Okay, enough of that blabbing. Let me show you something else neat about links. We can link more than just text. We can also link images or text and images. Here, we have this image, which is this picture of Tim Berners-Lee. So I'm going to actually cut it and paste it so it's inside this link here. Oh, sweet. Now, if I mouse over this image, I'll see my cursor change. In fact, you could link your entire web page, make it a big blue underlined blob. But please don't do that. Link with love.
Okay, so let's move on to the challenge right here called Challenge Links for Learning. Let's see what they want us to do with this new information. And so going up here, remember our hint section will show us what we're about to do. So it looks like we're about to do an unordered list, and we're going to use the hyper reference command that she taught us along with the A tag. So this web page contains a list with 3 empty items. Add a link in each item that points to an educational website or maybe a fun video on Khan Academy. Okay, so we have links for learning, we have unordered list, and inside of the list, our first list, we're going to put an A reference to a link. So maybe we just find I don't know, PBS website. What's that? pbs.org. So let's see if it'll let me do that without the HTTP. I'm not sure. We're about to find out. So we're going to go angle bracket. We're going to go A, href equals quotation marks, paste my web page. Oh, it puts it in for me. Cool. So HTTPS, and I'm going to do my close tag, I believe. I'll get this right. So right there at the angle bracket, href, boom. And do I have to do my close A? I think I do. So I'll do my this A /A close bracket. Does that do the trick? No, what am I missing? Looks like your A tags href attribute has a value that doesn't end with a closing double quote. Yes, I gotta do that. So I missed the double quote. So that should do the trick. But it's not showing my link. Okay, so the missing part of this is the second part of, so I went up to the hint section here, and we have to actually put what you see in order to click to go to PBS. So what I did was, in between the closed quotes and my angle bracket, I put the text go to PBS right before our close A tag. And so now we can see over here that if I were to click this, it will go to PBS. And like she said in the video, you know, anything created on here, we want to make sure it's cool. So click this link if you'd like to go there. So it will. So it goes to PBS. Great. So now we just kind of do the same thing. So I'm going to save myself some work. And I'm going to copy and paste and change just the website. So let's find another website that's good. So maybe, what's another good website? Like, I don't know, just the regular Khan Academy website. So just khanacademy.org. Maybe I'll do that. Oops. Nope. Since I'm logged in, it wants to do. So I'm just going to do this. Copy link address. khanacademy.org. Let's put that in right here. And I'll put Khan Academy, or I'll I'll just go to con, and then right here, oops, that's not what I want. I want the whole thing, so I'm going to copy and paste this whole thing, put it in between, so for my third link. And what's another website I can do? How about, you know, I think ESPN is educational. Let's see if it'll let me do ESPN. So I'm going to copy, go in here, instead of Khan Academy, I'm going to paste ESPN, and okay, what did I do with my angle bracket? Oh, I forgot to do that part. So after this quote, I'm going to do my closed angle bracket. I'm going to do my A angle bracket. And I got to type in what I want it to say. So I'm going to put go to ESPN. What am I missing here? I'm missing something. Okay, so the thing about coding is that it's all about the details, and our character right here has given us a clue. So what I forgot was the quote before the website, so we got to do that. And now we have our list of links that will go to our web pages, and our guy over here is a happy camper. Oh, I lost my picture, that's okay. And then we'll click next step, and then we'll see what they want us to do next. Uh-oh, now what is it? Starts with an opening double quote. What happened? Oh, it didn't save it. Okay. There we go. Now let's move on, and it says now below the list, turn the heart image into a link to your favorite educational website. Remember to put the opening A tag before the image tag and put the closing A tag after it. Okay, so I think what I need to do is actually take this whole thing, because I remember in the video she just took this and she put it inside of one of these, so it has to be before the image tag, so the A tag has to be before the image tag. So I think I gotta do this. Is that right? Okay, so what we did was we were able to get this heart to be just above the ESPN. So now the ESPN, when you hover over it, it will go to the website ESPN. But also, now that we put this image source after that text, or inside of it actually, so this image source is right after the text, and it moved up the image, and it's just before the important part is it's just before this A tag, like it says up in the direction. So we're going to do that, and if I hover over this, I have an icon that shows me that it wants to go to a different web page, and my heart will go to ESPN, which is good. That means I did it right. Okay, so next step, and that was all the steps, and now I can finish my challenge, and we'll do the spin-off like we usually do. I'm going to put my name, and we'll save it, and it will load, and the link that you want to save, you click this button here, triple click, we'll highlight the whole thing, Control C to copy, and then I can go to the assignment and turn it in. So that's how you do the first challenge. I will do a video for each of the other challenges as well. Hope this helped, and I will see you in class.